Welcome into a brand new episode of WSI TV. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back for a brand new episode of WSI TV. I'm Sean Bauer, with me is Jordan Bishop, and today we have a lot to cover coming out of Washington that could have a big impact on your money, and we're really going to highlight something that's going to turn your extra cash you're about to receive into a half share of $112,000 a month. Just stick with us, we're going to explain every single bit of it, but right now we'll start with some big news coming out last week about Trump's new Fed pick.
Yeah, in case you don't know, our current Fed chair is Janet Yellen. She was appointed by Obama. She is actually only the third person, the third Fed chair since 1934 not to get nominated for a second term. Trump has turned to ex-investment banker Jerome Powell, and this pick could have big implications on your money.
Yeah, it's hardly surprising that it's kind of a out of the ballpark sort of pick from Donald Trump. We know he does things differently now. But what we do know about Powell, as an ex-investment banker, he has been on the Fed's board of governors for a few years now, since 2012. So he's obviously familiar with what's going on, even though he isn't an economist, which is the traditional pick for Fed chair, of course. And coming this February, he will have that head job.
Now, of course, there's going to be a stark difference between Powell and Yellen. Yellen is known to be hawkish, as in she wants to raise rates very quickly. Now, of course, that wasn't the case when she was first selected as Fed chair. Rates were unchanged for a little while there. But Powell is known to be a little more dovish. He likes his economic policies a little looser in the monetary sense. So he might slow down those interest rates, which could, have a big impact on Wall Street. Because as we know, every time Yellen raises rates, it's like Wall Street stops. Investors hold their breath to see what's going to happen, but ultimately the bull rally rages on. So it could be set off the charts very soon. It could keep going. It could be even more drastic as far as the bull rally is going with Powell in place.
Yeah, one thing to keep note of though is that Yellen still will have control of this December rate hike decision, as Powell doesn't take over until February 2018. A lot of people are expecting those interest rates to be hiked in December. That's being priced into the market right now. We'll see what happens. Nothing is set in stone right now. We'll see where we go from there. We'll wait on Powell to get in to go any further. But what I want to move on to now is the tax plan that the Republican Party just set forth, Jordan.
Yeah, honestly, it amazes me how many people don't know which tax bracket they're in. We're going to show you in a second. We've got a table up for you. But basically, we want to show you how you can use this extra cash that we could be getting from this this new GOP tax plan to climb up the tax brackets. Now, that sounds scary. You don't want more tax. Of course, that's not how it works. But basically, there's a few vital points in this GOP tax plan. The first one being that they want to lower the federal corporate tax rate from 35% to 20%, which is something we've spoken about quite a lot lately. That could mean American companies that are stationed over abroad in the lower, tax havens might be bringing their money back if they get a tax break on that cash that's coming back into America. So it could be great for the American economy and most importantly to us, the stock market.
Yeah, this is going to have a big impact. You can expect one way or another, of course. It looks to be headed in the right direction, again, with pro-business, bringing business back to the U.S. Just going to bring more money in, you would expect. Also nearly doubles the standard tax deduction. And of course, I guess probably the headliner for most of you guys out there, we go from 7 tax brackets down to 4, simplify it a little bit. And for many of you, it's going to just put some extra cash in your pocket. So let's go ahead and see what tax bracket you qualify for.
Yeah, take a look at this chart. Have a look in the middle if you're single, on the right side if you're married, your income, whatever that falls between, you'll see on the left side there, that is your tax bracket. Now, I just do want to point out, this may be a very stupid thing to point out, but some people might not know. If you're making 50 grand a year, only 5 grand of that is taxed at the 25% tax rate of this new proposed bill, right. And the initial 45 grand will be taxed at just 12%. So that really frees up some money for you. And as you'll see very soon, we've got some fantastic ways for you to implement that money into climbing up that tax bracket.
Yeah, you say climbing up the tax bracket. That's exactly what you want to be doing. You won't even notice the difference in taxes whenever you're making this much more money. Of course, it's just part of the territory, part of making more money. you're going to come out on the right side of it when you're making this much more, as we're going to show you moving up these tax brackets. So yeah, just take another look. I mean, you see there what you fall into. Set your sights on where you want to be in this tax bracket, moving up the ladder like Jordan keeps saying. Now for a lot of you, again, this is going to mean some extra cash in your pocket very, very soon, assuming this proposal does get accepted and is actually put into law. Whenever you do have that, what we want to show you here are 3 separate things to use that extra money and build it up, make that money work for you really, turn it into so much more than it is right now. The first way we're going to do that is with the Rogue Insider system. We've shown you over the past few episodes in the recent month or two how effective this is. I think in the last round of Versus, I actually made over 100% gains using the Rogue Insider system. We've had a few more this week. Exactly, yeah. It's in 24 hours, we're talking about doubling your money. If you can do that over and over, it actually turns 1,000 into over 1,000,000, just 10 times doubling your money. This is something that is incredibly effective, that's working right now, that's proven, and it's actually only 4 months out of the year that you're doing it. Take the other 8 off, why don't you?
You could also make this extra cash grow with this one phone call that we revealed last year at the 2016 Annual Wealth Summit. We are going to reveal this again very soon. It's one phone call a year. You can retire from it. We use this all the time. I mean, it's a very, you know, we like to call it the weird trick that helps you retire instantly. Yeah. It's honestly such a fantastic move that you absolutely have to make. You know, and I just want to touch back really quick. You know, a lot of objections people have to wealth building strategies is they don't have the capital to put in. Now these new proposed tax brackets will give you that extra capital. So instead of sending it to the government, you'll be able to put it in your pocket and watch that money grow. Yeah,
I mean, what we're talking about is making that money work for you. Just compound it, turn it into more from nothing. Again, you're getting this extra cash basically from what's going to happen with this tax proposal, hopefully. Imagine just taking that extra cash, making one phone call, and letting it all do it itself, letting the money grow on its own. That's what we're talking about. That's what's going to be coming up again in this year's Annual Wealth Summit. And that leads us to really the third, and probably for a lot of you, the most attractive thing yet. We're talking about the trade secret. Jim Sampson's going to give it to you in an envelope. It's making currently $112,750 a month on autopilot. He's going to hand that to you if you do make it to this year's Annual Wealth Summit. He's going to hand it to you if you're willing to split that money from him. So a half share of 112 grand a month doesn't sound too bad, Jordan.
Yeah, no, that sounds fantastic. I mean, this trade secret, you know, has been running WSI TV and our sister company for years now. There's some of it that he won't even reveal to us. You know, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he trusts us as much as he could, but there's certain hidden things that he's kept to himself. He's willing to reveal that to you if you split the money with him. I know I'm going to be interested in what comes out of this. You know, I mean, we know most of it, but there's certain little secrets that, you know, just make WSI TV tick, that make the Midas Legacy tick, and those are going to be presented to you at this year's Annual Wealth Summit. And Sean, if you want to tell them how they can claim their seat to this fantastic event.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and reserve it right now. It's only, I mean, less than a month away now. Go to mywealthsummit.com. You can see some more information about this, more detail. We don't want you to sign up just based on this. We're going to show you everything about it. See the list of bonuses. I think it's more than a dozen bonuses you're getting for free, including these 3 secrets here that we're going to hand you, that we're going to walk you through at the Annual Wealth Summit. So again, go to mywealthsummit.com. That's how you're going to be able to sign up, reserve your seat, and be with us December 2nd and 3rd coming up in sunny Orlando, Florida. So on behalf of Jordan and myself, I mean, you now know the lowdown on the new tax brackets, how that's going to put some extra cash in your pocket, and now you obviously know exactly what to do with it to turn it into some life-changing cash in your pocket right now.
Right. Don't let this money go to waste. You know, it is extra cash. As soon as this bill gets passed, which you know, I'm putting my money on it that it most likely will very soon. You know, that extra cash is yours to do with as you please. We just want to try and guide you in the right direction. And this Annual Wealth Summit, you know, there's not a lot of time for you to reserve your seat. You should act soon. You know, seats are filling up. The list of bonuses is so long, it's almost impossible for us to keep up with. We're here. Yeah. I mean, we've got, you know, about a month left until the seminar, and we're just trying to figure out how we pack all this in. You know, there's so much to give you for free, of of course, and we're going to get that in your hands. Don't worry about that. But it is a bit of 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. work for us. Like it's a lot to fit in, but we're willing to do that. If you take this money and make the best out of it, and you better your life with it.
Yeah, I mean, Jim is going to take you by the hand at the annual Wealth Summit and show you exactly what to do step by step. So I guess for now we're going to have to leave you. We're going to have to let you go to mywealthsummit.com to see everything else about this. For now, we're going to sign off. We're going to go make some money with these ourselves. But for now, we want to say thank you for watching, and we'll speak to you next time. Cheers.
Thanks for watching the latest episode of WSI TV. Be sure to visit WSITV.com where you can subscribe for free with no contract and gain instant access to the secrets of self-made millionaires via the WSI TV Vault. So go ahead and claim this gift for free now at WSITV.com.